From Rixie, this is All Staff. Welcome back, everyone. We made it to episode 25.
Back in different locations.
Sadly, not together.
Yeah.
Which, is too bad.
It was fun. It was a fun little weekend with you guys there.
I enjoyed you being here.
Yeah, man, it was a lot of fun.
To be honest with you.
I enjoyed being on Debuff. If you haven't checked that out, go check out the episode. What was that? What episode was that?
That was episode 74.
74. Go check it out. I hung out with the boys in the studio, drank some beer, talked some games. It was a good time.
It was a good time.
Did the boys enjoy it?
I think so. I mean, to be honest with you, I have not seen them.
Oh yeah, you've been out of town all week, right? How was the beach?
Dude, the beach was the beach. It's like,
Ain't it always?
Like there's things that I like about it, and there's things that there's things that I don't like about it. Where do I start? I won't go crazy about it, but like the beach is really cool, but there's something about like being sweaty and like sandy that like gets old after like day 4.
Yeah. I could see that.
Because I mean, we were there for 6 days, 6.5 days.
Yeah.
But I think we needed a little bit of a vacay, so I think that was good.
Awesome.
Only a little bit of Rixie work while we were there.
Yeah, given that, let's go ahead and dive right into the numbers because I put in some work on some subscribers last week.
Yes. All right.
And Mason, that number didn't seem to grow anymore.
I know. Okay. Here's the thing. To preface, well, actually, hold on. Let's go through the numbers and then I'll talk about.
Okay.
We'll talk about everything.
Okay.
So last week we had these numbers are going to pop up on screen. Last week, last Friday, last Friday, Friday before last, we had 61 subscribers. We had 589 video uploads, and our total view count was 7,236. Last week we had 611. This week we have 616. Now the reason for that, obviously, is that Debuff took a week off. And unfortunately, after you see this episode, we're gonna take another week off because I left and then Sean left. Separate weeks, so it's been
summer vacation.
It's been difficult. Yeah,
you gotta enjoy your summer, boys. To all you out there, go get some sun, get some vitamin D. It's good for you.
Yes, you must. And then if I pull up my calculator here, just double check that I have. This week we accrued 295 views, and we uploaded only 5 videos this week. Like I said,
that's pretty good.
Debuff was out, but 295 views is greater than last week. Last week we had 210 uploads.
And with less videos too.
210 video views.
With less video uploads too.
Yes, which is interesting. So last week we had Sean in here. Last week we had Dan in here. That was great. And we talked about going to the sub count. I said that I was going to ask my family to subscribe, and I only asked one person, and they did it, but it didn't show up.
This is you
on our
dropping
sub
the ball.
list. I dropped the ball.
Dropping the ball. Meanwhile,
I'm very introverted.
While I was in Baltimore shooting a music video with my band.
So Dan was up here for that reason.
I got my band all to subscribe, along with a few other people to subscribe as well. So we have now reached...
So as of now, we have reached 70 subscribers.
30 more.
Which means...
30 more.
30 more till 100.
Yeah. Big milestone.
That means that we gained 7 subscribers this week. Now, are those people all going to stick around? Maybe, maybe not. But I'd love to hear your process. I want you to tell me the story.
Well, a few of them were good friends that I know on Instagram. I just reached out to them. I was like, "Hey, man, you know, what have you been up to? How you been doing? You know?" And I was just like, "Hey, it would really mean a lot if you want to know and keep up with like the business stuff that I'm doing and like the podcasting and things. If you could just go subscribe to our channel." And no one said no. So I mean,
What? So what did they say? They were like,
they were like, "Sure, send the link." But the thing is you gotta like, you don't want it to seem like a copy and pasted message. So I individually messaged like 2 or 3 people and was like, "Yo, like, you're a good friend of mine. Would you mind doing this for me?" And they were like, "Of course." So I think that's awesome. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And I hope you do watch these videos. And if you do see me saying this, please comment because I love you guys. And I really appreciate you. Also, my band, it was super easy. I just was like, "Guys, I need your help." And they were like, "Done, fam."
yeah. So what was your process with the band like in person? Were you just like, hey, I need it?
Well, we were talking about videos and like production and stuff like that for the music video. And I was like, "Yo, guys, I got a YouTube channel. And
I gotta ask you a favor.
we're hurting for some subscribers here. And you guys, I know you like think I'm a little funny and whatnot. But we needed
they cool about it?
Yeah, they were super cool. So I just put it in our group chat and everyone went to it and subscribed. It was dope.
So I remember, was that Saturday or Sunday or both days?
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday.
So all I remember is like driving to the beach and like it would be like a sub, a sub, a sub, and at first I was like, what's happening? What video? Because I was like, I'm not doing this.
That's me putting in work.
And then I like sometime during the day I was like, wait, Dan is with a bunch of his friends. Maybe he's so then I was like, okay, it's gotta be Dan.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try and do that, like each night or whatever. Like if you can just like message like 2 of your like friends or acquaintances on like social media. Just like I DM'd a couple people through Instagram. And I was like, "Yo, like what's going on? How you been? Like what have you been up to?" And you talk to them for a little bit and you're like, "Yo, it would be really helpful if you could just subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can see what we're doing all the time, hang out a little bit almost. Like give us feedback, talk to us. Like
tell
people
us.
we'll answer you on our next episode. So we really just need to facilitate that conversation with people, especially people we know, because those are the people who are going to be the most critical as well as the most supportive. And I want you guys to be critical. I want you guys to tell us what we're fucking up and what we're doing well.
Please.
So that's why we're here. That's why we're here. That's why we made this show. This show here.
That's the whole point of this show is essentially to have a gate, like an open dialogue with people who do support us. And if you feel like you see something that we could be doing better or something that we do that you would like to see more of, please let us know in the comments.
Or even if you think we suck ass, let us know in the comments.
That's fine too. We've had that before and it created great content.
It was great content. We're here for great content, guys.
I think that what you did was it was like the thing is we talked about this a week or two ago. I'll put a little card up here about it. The name of the clip was like, it was like, do you need subscribers? Just ask your family, something like that.
Yeah.
And this is it in practice. Like we gained 7 subscribers because Dan sent out a few texts,
So maybe it's just like I said, we just need to make a practice of, reaching out to the people we care about, the people who we think may care about what we're doing and what we're doing on the side, and if they'll actually enjoy it or not. Like that's what we just need to consider. Like I'm sure you can think of a few people who probably haven't subscribed yet that might be like, yeah, sure, I'll check it out and subscribe.
Yeah. I mean, for sure, I need to. Well, that's the thing. Anytime anybody says anything about the post that we make, like on the Rixie Instagram or my personal,
send them to
it's
the
like,
thing.
yo, we have a YouTube channel.
But we can't wait. We can't keep waiting for them to reach out to us. We have to reach out to them. It is what it is.
For sure. For sure.
But I get it. You are introverted, and I am much more extroverted.
That's the
than you,
problem.
so
I asked my cousin, and he did it, but like it didn't like go through.
he probably didn't have an account, or was not signed in.
No. I had him sign in. It's so bizarre. Maybe it'll pop up link next week, but
Interesting.
bunch of new subscribers this week. Welcome to the channel. And you know, a relatively slow week otherwise for the YouTube channel, but subs definitely seeing that 7 makes me feel good, you know.
Like I said, we just got to keep pushing and talking to people. That's what it's going to come down to, and that's what's going to make us, you know, do better. So
yeah, for sure. So actually, today is the 26th. Tomorrow marks the last day of our 30-day Google Ads trial run. So
just for you guys listening, we're recording this on the 26th.
We're recording this on the 26th. And we said about a month ago that we were going to go for 30 days. And we're going to see what it looks like. And this week was pretty similar as far as the last week's. We're going to take a look at it. And we'll kind of go through what we found and kind of our closing thoughts about whether or not Google Ads are worth it, especially at this price point. So let's see here. We've had some things that went up. We had some things that went down.
It's an interesting spike.
But yeah, the weirdest thing was on Tuesday, July 20th.
Nice.
We had our most impressions of the entire advertisement with 69 clicks. And that was good.
Oh, dude, it was 720 and we got 69 clicks, dude.
Dude, it was 420. No, but otherwise though, pretty typical. You know, like anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 clicks a day, impressions a day with 30 something clicks. Sunday no clicks, very few impressions, and then today 4,000 impressions, 51 clicks. Notable things here. Our cost per click last time we talked about it, I believe, was 45 cents. It has gone down to 42 cents, which means that we're spending less per click.
So what that leads me to believe in the long run on these ads, it lowers the cost per click the longer that they run. That's what it seems like.
It's either that or the AdWords that we're choosing are becoming cheaper.
Yeah.
Right? So like a month ago, the coincidence TikTok AdWord was hot, and now it's not as hot, so maybe it's cheaper.
The weird thing is though, like 685 clicks, you know, we may have gotten 3 subscribers out of that.
Maybe.
That's like maximum 3, maybe.
But our click-through rate, all-time high at 0.92%, just almost breaking 1%. As we've said in the past 3 weeks, talking about this, past 4 weeks, I guess this will be the 4th week. Click-through rate should be closer to 5%. We're not getting that. And at $10 a day, we almost spent $10 a day. We ended up spending $287. It's expensive.
I don't think it's worth it. I think at the end of the day, it's not necessarily worth it.
I don't think it is either. So let's think about this in terms of numbers. So if we think about it as like cost per subscriber, right?
Yeah.
I think it's like conservative to say 3, but for the sake of argument, we'll say 5. We'll say 5 as like, that is like probably not true. It's liberal. 287 divided by 5, $57.40 per subscriber. And that's if we got 5. This is not a viable.
Yeah,
I mean, after 30 days, after 29 days, this is not a viable way to increase your sub count. I think, you know, it's too bad, but I can't say I'm that surprised.
Yeah.
Again, I just wish we had the sub metric, because then we could actually say like, oh, well, actually we gained 10 subscribers from this.
Yeah.
That might be more. That would make it more attractive for me, but at this current rate, it's just not.
It's not viable.
It's not viable.
It kind of reminds me of like eBay took all their ads down and stuff because they were like, it's not worth it to
It's
have all
not
these
worth it.
ads up because they don't generate as much revenue as they take to put them up, basically.
And to think about it another way, if we were seeing the metrics that we wanted, like because of these clicks, you got this many subs, then I think it would be even more attractive. But we're not seeing that, so it's like less. Each time it's like I don't know. Like our click through's gone up and our cost per click has gone down, but 74,000 people saw this, and we didn't get 1,000 people to click on it. Like,
Yeah.
it's not great. And I don't know if that's our ad, but I think our ad is good and our writing is, at least halfway decent. So I just have to, in my, half educated opinion, I don't think this is something that we would do again at $10 per day.
It is what it is. It's let's kind of we're just gonna have to close the book on the ad thing and kind of move on and just try to do our organic thing. So I feel like ads don't necessarily work unless you're a large enough name to be like known, or people will be like, oh, I've seen that name before.
Yeah.
And click on that. Like, you Google Nike, you're gonna get an ad for Nike at the top. You're more than likely gonna click that ad because it goes straight to the Nike website. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. It's I'm not super surprised. After I saw a few weeks of like pretty stagnant click through, I was like, it's probably not going to go up that much. We did have a couple good days, but for the most part, without the metrics that we want, this isn't something that we're going to continue. Now, does that mean that we won't do ads at a lower amount per day and more targeted? Possibly. We mentioned this in the past, like doing $1 a day for frame form or $2 a day for frame form. That's something that we'd like to do. But $10 a day, I mean, we were trying to go all in. And I think in conclusion, and Dan, you can stop me if I say anything you don't agree with, but I don't think it's worth it at this.
no.
With these metrics. This is a 30-day trial.
Honestly, I think ads work if you have the money to dump into them. And honestly, $10 a day is still kind of low compared to a lot of these ads that are pumping thousands a day. So, I mean, that's probably why we're not seeing it as much either. Because, if we were pumping thousands a day, these numbers would be skyrocketed.
Of course, but I still don't know if it would turn into subs.
I don't know if it would turn into subs either, but it's a numbers game at that point. You're getting hundreds of thousands of impressions and thousands and thousands of clicks. So at that point, the law of averages says 1 in every 10 people will, normally go with something. But obviously that's not always the case. But you get what I'm saying.
Of course. So I wanted to do one other thing while we still have time. A few weeks back, and I've spent a lot more time looking at this recently just because I'm curious, but we had a clip a while back that was about Social Blade. And what I wanted to do, Dan, was to compare our current Social Blade projections to the ones
that are,
from a while back. So,
okay.
So
2 months until 72 subs.
So 2 months, that was, gosh, did I
June
clip
12th.
that part?
It was June 12th. 8/5.
8:05. 2 months.
So we're ahead of schedule.
Well, so what's today? The 26th? No.
Yeah.
Is 8:05? Is that August?
Yeah. We're in July.
Yeah, I was just making sure. So
how many views do we have?
our current views are 7,741.
Okay,
7,007.
so our views are
So
still
our views
behind.
prediction was wrong. But so that's this is our old one.
Okay.
So it said in 2 months, it said in August we'd have 72. Now, if we look at our current page, our future projections are different.
Oh.
So our future projections 2 months from now gets us three subscribers away from 100. Now let me see if I go back to this. When did it say we get to 100? It said 10:06, 10:05.
10:05. Yeah, 10:05.
So that's still
That's 9:26.
well. So yeah, it's somewhere in between. It's like probably 10:26. So we'll probably be.
I mean,
it's-
honestly, if we wanted to, we could grind out these last 30 subscribers.
of course.
You know what I mean?
But you know, we want it to be true.
I want it to be
you know?
true, and we want it to be organic.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want to just like ask everyone. I mean, ideally, we do want everyone to subscribe, but we don't want to just ask everyone and then, you know, some people half-ass do it or like don't even watch any of the videos or, you know, things like that.
The one thing that I'm noticing here, the new projections put us 2023 March will surpass 1,000 subscribers. That's a year and 8 months. In the old video, it said we would get there
6.5.
closer to June.
So is it longer in the new one?
So no. So we just cut the timeline by 2 months.
Okay. So we just got to keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah. Well, so what's happening is the curve it went from, you know, like a very long straight line. It's now slowly, you know, it's slowly going up
Inching
a little
up,
bit.
yeah.
It's slowly increasing exponentially. So we're ahead of schedule by 2 months. That's good.
That's great news.
And yeah, I thought that was interesting. I try to look at the
Yeah, that's super cool.
I try to look at the user summary as often as I can. And it was nice to like look down here and it was like 5 subscribers on Sunday, 2 subscribers on Monday. So that was cool. Yeah, you can see right here. There's a big jump from 63 to 68
All me, baby.
because of your work, you know? Because you just asked your friends.
Yeah. I think that's just what we need to do, man. I think honestly we need to go out and we just need to, you know, before you lay down tonight, just like message a couple people and be like, yo, just talk to some old friends, you know? That's just all I do, you know? People you trust, people you know.
Bro, I trust you. I trust you.
I trust
So,
you.
one other thing about Social Blade really quickly before we move on. Do you see this little thing on the side here of the video?
Yeah.
So this is actually a plugin that you can add to Chrome,
Oh, that's cool.
and it's a Social Blade plugin, and it shows you everything about that YouTube channel and the YouTube video you're watching. So like for this one, it shows the tags as well, which I've found very, very helpful. When I look at like a popular video, what they do is they don't usually add that many tags. They usually add anywhere from like 10 to 15. And so, you know, I kind of tried to be cheeky about it, but, you know, I try to keep everything relevant. Some of our tags. What is Social Blade? Future projections. Social Blade as one word. Social Blade is 2 words. Do I suck at YouTube? Is my channel good? Get more YouTube views. How to get more subs. You know, Culpepper, where we're from, the name of our podcasts. So it shows you the tags. And I just think it's a little tip for YouTubers. It's completely free, and it shows you
It's
like
good
all about the
insights.
channel. And it's nice to see like, oh, okay, I see that this channel is doing these types of numbers, and these are the types of tags that they're doing. So just thought that was an interesting little tidbit.
So I had a proposition kind of. A buddy of mine, he does like gaming videos and things like that. Or, you know, plays a bunch of different games with his buddy Christian. He's a good friend of mine. And actually, I think it's his cousin. It's Jim
Uh-huh.
and Christian, yeah. But they play games, they edit things, and he makes really nice videos. I was thinking about talking to him here soon, seeing if any way we could help him out in exchange for like some sort of, sponsoring his videos or something along those lines. They are
Does he
good.
post
They're
to
funny.
YouTube?
Yeah. His channel name is Step Leader.
Step Leader. Does he
Yeah,
get
it's all
views
one
like
word.
that?
He does get pretty good views, actually. I've watched a couple of his videos, and he's good at editing too. So if we can help him with like maybe some branding or whatever he needs help with in general, it might be lucrative to work something out to where we can kind of sponsor some of his videos.
I wonder if it would even be worth like even having him on here or having him on Debuff.
Yeah.
To kind of just cross promote, Be like, here's my audience, here's your
I think we
audience.
had that idea. I don't think we talked about it much on All Staff or anything like that, but we had that idea of like if we can work out with content creators to like we'll support you guys and give you guys free advertisement on Debuff, in exchange maybe provide a little bit of a discount for like advertising or working with you or sponsoring you or things like that. I think that's something that we can mull over as we get more subscribers and more people watching and things like that. But that's definitely something that I think we should look into down the road because there's a lot of hungry streamers out there too. So
Yeah, for sure.
and even YouTube channels, content creators. I mean, look at us. If we had an opportunity to speak to somebody on a large channel, we jump at that opportunity almost in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
So we want to be able to give that to the communities too and be able to promote their content and cross promote ours with their stuff. So it's really just a B2B play, a business to business play that I'm just trying to mull over how we can work that out in the future.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I just want to make sure that they feel like they're getting
their value. Yeah.
that they're valued, One other tiny thing that is kind of out of the bounds of the all staff meeting, but I just thought was interesting.
Okay.
My cousin's son, I've always wondered what do you call somebody that's your cousin's son? Have you ever that's not what I wanted to bring up.
That's a real good question though.
Because I almost said my nephew, but he's not my nephew.
Cousin's son.
Let me Google it so that people don't have to like click away. What do you call your cousin's son? Child. Children of your cousin are actually called your first cousins once removed. Your cousin's child is not your second cousin, as is commonly believed. The appropriate name for addressing your cousin's child is niece or nephew.
Oh, there it is.
There you go. You're welcome.
There it is.
I saved
Clip
you a Google.
that shit.
I've been thinking about that for like 2 weeks, and
Clip that shit.
Like did not once think to Google it. So I was at the beach with a ton of family, and somehow it came up that my cousin's kid, aka my nephew, has a YouTube channel.
Oh.
I spent like 2 days off and on whenever I saw him. I think he's like 9 years old or 8 years old, trying to talk to him about it. I was like, dude, I have a YouTube channel too. Okay. We're in the same boat. His name is Carter. And he makes gaming videos. And he makes like long videos that are like unedited of him just like talking into his headset, like playing Fortnite or playing my Adventure Pals or I'm trying to like Minecraft or whatever it is. And I spent so much time trying to be like, dude, just talk to me about YouTube. And he like would not talk to me about it. He had no interest in like shooting the shit with me about it. And I was like, dude, if you talk to me about it, I'll go subscribe right now. Just talk to me about your YouTube channel. And I ended up subscribing just because like I think he has 13 subscribers.
Oh, awesome.
He has like 30 something videos. And dude, I know I said this, but the videos are so long. They're like an hour. Sometimes they're like 2 hours.
Good for him for even like,
and I was
being
like,
able to
dude,
put them up and everything. That's awesome.
I was trying to give him, I was like, dude, you should record for an hour and you should turn it into 6 parts of 10 minutes. And then you can upload like 6 videos a week. And he was like, yeah, whatever. He was so disinterested to talk to me about it. And I just,
because you're a nerd.
well, the thing is like, I know that in like 5 or 6 years, like if he sticks with it, if it's not just like a hobby and like a phase, that he's going to be like, dude, I should have talked to you back then. Because I told him, I was like, dude, I can teach you how to edit. You have this really nice computer. Like his family is like very tech savvy. Like his mother and father, like I used to game with them when we were younger. We used to play like Lord of the Rings. And he has got like this really nice Alienware laptop. And like they're really serious about it. And, I just, I'm going to send this to them. Carter, I hope you're watching this. If you are, like, reach out to me. I will absolutely, like, help you learn how to edit videos or, like, like maybe you can come on here. We could talk about it.
A letter to Mason's nephew.
Yeah. It was just so funny because, like, he just, like, wanted nothing to do with me. Like, and I just imagine if, like, I wonder if I did the same thing as a kid where someone was like, oh, dude, I like that. Let's talk about it. And it's like just complete wall. Like, nope, don't want to talk about it. So to fellow creator, let me help you. I don't know what I'm doing. You don't know what you're doing. Let's do it together. I was like, dude, I only have like 50 more subscribers than you. I'm not doing that great either.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was funny. Like,
oh yeah.
And there's another thing that I am going to talk about on Debuff. my cousin has done. He's a sound engineer. He's like a serious audio designer. Serious. Terrible. And he has worked on video games for a long time as an audio engineer. Dope. And he just finished working for. Do you know the game Warframe?
Yeah.
He was working on Warframe. He used to work on all the Guitar Hero games, and he like sent me this stack of like all like the physical DLC ones, like like Aerosmith and like Rolling Stone. The reason I bring it up is I'm planning on trying to get him in to Debuff.
Yeah, I was just thinking that you guys definitely need to get him in to talk.
Because he was like, dude, I have an SM7 at home. I was like, you can just zoom in. And yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Like,
that's awesome, man.
I always forget that he is like in the space,
Yeah.
But we had great conversations. Dude, we were talking about like audio mixing and stuff. And I was telling him about like RX7, which is like our favorite plugin.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, dude, he was like, I use that like every day. And so I was like, okay.
You're doing it right.
We're doing something right. And he was talking to me about like his effects change and everything. And basically what he told me, just a little, tidbit, like more tips for if you're mixing audio. He always uses limiters. So if you don't know what a limiter is, Google it. He always uses like this really fancy EQ. It's called Fab Filter. And RX7, the RX elements from Isotope. He was like, I always do that. So there's your little professional mix tip of the day, So
mix tip of the day.
So that's all we have this week. Running a little over time. Dan, go ahead.
My men, my ladies, my non-binary pals.
Yup.
Just reach out to us. Hit us up. Hit up me, Dan, at Rixie.co, or him, Mason, at Rixie.co. We're here. We want to listen to you. We want to see your comments. Talk to us. Be here with us. We love you. We love you.
If you watch these videos, if you made it to the end of this video, please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you. It's free.
I feel like we should start the shows off with hey, while you're at it, just go ahead and just click that subscribe button.
Well, I find like when people ask right away, I'm like,
It's just like,
it's like I'm not gonna like this video. I don't even know if I like it yet. You know? I hate that. I fucking hate that. Now, asking towards the end or like in the middle, you're like, okay, well, I've stuck around long enough that like maybe I do like it, you know? Which is why I'm saying it now. If you stuck around till, 38 to 40 minute mark,
slam that like button.
you might like it. So hit the
Smash that subscribe. Break your fucking keyboard, leaving a comment. Let's go.
Dan's sticking to that one from the last Debuff episode. If you'd like to see Dan in studio with me, check out the last episode of Debuff and the last episode of All Staff. They'll be linked in the description. And please consider liking and subscribing. And we appreciate you sticking with us. And we will talk at you next week. Thanks. All Staff is a production of Rixie. If you want to keep up with all things Rixie, follow us on Instagram at rixie.co. That's RIXEY.co. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, leave us a review and rate the show. It really helps out.